Today I'm going to be testing every myth in Grow a Garden, starting with the first myth. Apparently they removed the beanstalk and ember lily seeds from the shop. I don't know why they would remove them, especially the ember lily, because that was like added 2 weeks ago. But let's check the shop and okay, they added a bunch of new seeds. I guess I'll buy some of the cauliflower seeds here. And yeah, there's no beanstalk or ember lily seeds. There's only one prismatic plant left in the shop now. But they did add like a bunch of new seeds though, which is pretty cool. That's really unfortunate they removed the beanstalk, because I never managed to get one, but at least I did manage to get an ember lily seed before it got removed. You can still get beanstalk and ember lily seeds from the new summer harvest stand. So in the recent update, they added this new reward stand where you can get like honey, whatever this crate is, and like pepper seeds. And if I scroll to the bottom, it should have beanstalk and ember lilies. And yeah, those are beanstalk and ember lily seeds right there. At least I think that's beanstalk. The color seems to be a little off, but that doesn't matter because I know for a fact that's ember lilies. So this is true. If you follow the map and walk inside, you will find Herobrine. Now this one is crazy, it doesn't even make sense, but there's video evidence, so it has to be true. Alright, I'm going to try jumping off behind the shop first. And okay, I just died. Alright, let me go to a different side, maybe that one will work. Okay, nope, that didn't work. I'm just trying every side because I don't know what side he jumped from. Alright, time for the last side. And yeah, this one isn't true. Herobrine isn't in Grow a Garden. If you delete a huge plant and plant new seeds in the next 20 seconds, they will be huge. So as you can see, I have this really big coconut tree, and this is what I'm going to be removing. If this doesn't work, I'm going to be really sad because I love this tree. First, I'm going to harvest everything on the tree. Now, let's see what plants I want to grow. Alright, I'll try growing dragon fruit, a cactus, and then another coconut tree. Okay, I'm going to delete this tree. Alright, now I need to go plant all my seeds. Okay, I planted everything now, so all that's left is to wait and see. Okay, it's been a couple hours, and this is what it looks like now. And as you can see, there are no big plants. I can't even tell what I planted. I think it's this coconut tree I planted, and it's not even like 1/10 of the size. Sadly, this myth isn't true, and all I did was lose my favorite plant. If you jump off the map while opening a pack, you will get the sunflower seed. Okay, if this is true, that would be great, because I've opened like 500 packs, and I still haven't gotten a sunflower yet. Alright, now I just gotta jump and open as I fall. Okay, I didn't even jump, I just fell off, but let's see what I get, and I got a foxglove seed. Alright, let's try jumping again, except this time, I'll actually jump. And I got a rose seed, just what I wanted. Yeah, it's safe to say that this one is false. Jumping off the map doesn't increase your odds. You can still move plants while in another person's garden. Okay, so let's just grab my trowel and I'm gonna walk over to this guy's garden. Wow, this guy's garden is really nice. I wish I had a nice garden like this. Alright, let's get to the top of his garden. Alright, this looks like a good enough spot, so I'm gonna try grabbing this cactus and I'll move it over here, and yeah, it worked. I can pretty much grab any plant and move it even while I'm way over here, so this is definitely true. You can duplicate fruits by falling off the map when you click sell. Alright, first I'm gonna need a fruit. This peach looks good enough, so let's grab it out of my backpack. Okay, so I think I just need to click sell as I'm running away. And okay, it just went away. Maybe if I ask to sell farther away, it'll work. And no, it just goes out of range. It seems if I walk past the shadow of the stand, it goes away. Okay, maybe if I just click sell and jump off the map, it'll still work. And no, I still have the peach. Yeah, I don't think this one works because there seems to be a limit on how far you can be when you click the sell button. You can get special seeds by spamming a watering can on a cosmetic. Now, this gotta be the stupidest one yet, but let's try anyway. Okay, I have 191 watering cans, but I don't even know if I have a cosmetic. As you can see, I really don't care about making my garden look nice. Okay, but I do have this big boulder though, so this should work. Why can't I water it? Oh, wait, maybe I just need to move it inside of my garden. Okay, now let's try. I definitely look stupid doing this. Yeah, my pet bee definitely making fun of me for doing this. Okay, I've gone through about like 90 watering cans. Let's check my backpack and see if I have any seeds. And looks like I don't have anything special in my backpack. They're all pretty normal. So this is definitely false. It just makes you look like an idiot. Apparently you can get special seeds from doing your daily tasks. So pretty much what I need to do is to complete the tasks here. So harvest 50 strawberries, plant 100 carrots, and harvest 25 apples. After I do all that, I'll get 3 seed packs. So I need to go to the shop first and buy a bunch of carrots and strawberries. So I'll plant some strawberries here and start spamming a bunch of carrots. Alright, I finished doing all my daily tasks now, so let's go claim away my seed packs. Now I should be able to get something not available in the shop normally. And I got a watermelon. Alright, let's open up another one. Watermelon again. And now for the last one. Pumpkin. But wait, I see raspberries at the end there. And that's not in the shop, I think. I'm gonna go double check the shop first. And yeah, there's no raspberry seeds in the shop. So this is true. You can get special seeds from these seed packs here. If you rotate a plant 360 degrees, it will grow a mutation. Alright, so let's grab my trowel and find something to rotate. Alright, I'm going to plant some pumpkins down here and then rotate it. Okay, I just realized this wouldn't work. I need to do it with a prickly bush. Alright, I'm going to use the strawberries here. First, let's collect everything from the bush. Now I'll rotate this one. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, perfect. Now we just wait for it to grow. Let's see if this one looks mutated, and it just looks like a normal strawberry. Yeah, it seems to like everything growing is just normal. So this myth is false. There's a way you get an infinite sprinkler timer. Alright, so the way you do this is by having basic sprinklers and then either a godly or a master sprinkler. For this one, I'm using a godly one. Now, if I just place a basic sprinkler and then delete it after, and I just keep doing this a couple times, now I should be able to place down a godly one and the timer will stay at 5 minutes. And no, the timer is still going down. This definitely didn't work. I just wasted a bunch of sprinklers for like no reason there. There's a button you can press behind the shop. Alright, let's head to the shop to check. Okay, is it just me or does Tom look really different right now? He's looking really suspicious. It's like he's up to something right now. Anyways, let's get behind him.
What do you mean by that?
And yeah, there doesn't look to be any buttons on the stand here. I think the only myth here is whether or not Mr. Tom is up to no good. And I'm gonna say that he's not. You can get a speed boost by dancing and equipping an egg. Alright, so first thing I need to do is go buy an egg because I don't have any. Alright, I'll just get this common one. So now all I have to do is type /E dance to and then equip an egg. And now if I just shift lock, okay, I seem to be moving at a normal speed. Alright, maybe I just messed it up, so I'll try again. Okay, I'm definitely moving at normal speed. Alright, maybe I'm just not doing it fast enough. Okay, well, now I'm moving slower and I think it's because it's freezing outside. But that could be another myth. Do you move slower while it's freezing? And yeah, I'm definitely moving slower. Apparently, if you jump off a high place, it will break your bones. So as you can see, I have this really big coconut tree. Can I even climb this thing? Oh, okay, I can just run up on it. Alright, now I just jump on the top. Alright, and now I'm at the very top of the tree. And as you can see, this thing is very high up. So I should be able to break my bones from here. Alright, now it's time for me to jump. And okay, it looks like nothing happened. I seem perfectly fine somehow. So this myth is definitely false. Now I heard you can instantly grow your plants if you plant a seed the moment you log in, right before the white glow shows. Alright, so the moment I load into this game, I need to plant a seed right away. So let's just spam click to load in faster. Okay, now I'm going to plant this bamboo seed, and now we just wait for the screen. And it's not giving me the screen. Yeah, I think something is wrong. It just won't do it. Alright, I'm going to leave and rejoin after a couple minutes to see if that can fix it. Okay, gonna plant another bamboo seed. And alright, it's still broken. Yeah, so I don't know what's wrong. I can't seem to get it to work. So I'm just gonna leave this myth as a maybe. The hive fruit is glitched and will sell for the wrong price. Alright, so just gotta go to my hive fruit plant. And this one seems perfect. It even has 4 mutations on it. So now we just gotta go over to sell it. First, let's ask him how much it's worth. And he says it's worth 14.9 million shekels, which is definitely a lot for me. As you can see, I'm pretty poor. Okay, I'm going to type in the chat 14.9 million. Now let's sell the hive fruit and see. And okay, it sold for 14.9 million shekels. And thankfully, that's the same as what he said it was worth. So this myth is definitely false. You won't get scammed selling the hive fruit. Apparently, you can auto harvest by clicking E and escape at the same time. So let's walk over to a crowded spot in my garden. Okay, this looks like a good spot. So if I just press E and escape, this should work. And nothing happened. I think I messed up. So let's try again. Alright, and I just keep messing it up. Oh, okay, I got it. It looks like it's working. You can see the number going up in the bottom right of my screen. And let me just open up my backpack up. And yeah, all the blood bananas I just harvested are right there. So this myth is definitely true. And this definitely makes harvesting way better if you have a messy garden like mine. If you steal a pepper from someone's garden, it will be at least 15 kilograms. So let's go find somebody to rob. And it looks like there's 2 pretty rich people in my lobby already. Alright, I'm going to go rob Mr. Cartier over here. But before I rob him, I'm going to give him a like on his garden. Because after all, I am a nice robber. Alright, and now I just need to see if he has a pepper tree. And it looks like he has one right here. I'm going to grab the smallest one he has because I need to make sure it's not going to be close to 15 kilograms already. And this one looks perfect right here. Now let's spend the 37 Robux to steal it. And I'll check my backpack. And it looks like it only says it's 3.85 kilograms. And that's nowhere near 15 kilograms. So this myth is definitely false. Sorry for robbing you, man. It had to be done. You can glitch and get beanstalk seeds by spam clicking over 100 times in the shop. This one seems pretty dumb because if it was true, everyone would be doing it. But let's try anyway. Alright, as you can see, there's no beanstalk seeds in stock. So let's just spam click. Okay, yeah, I'm not the fastest clicker in the world, but I've been clicking for over 20 seconds, so that should be enough. Let's open up my backpack and search for beanstalk, and nothing comes up. So yeah, this is false. I'm not really surprised, but it would be pretty nice if it was true, as I still have yet to own one. If you spam watering cans on a plant, it would give the rainbow mutation. So I'm just gonna go plant a random pumpkin down, and now let's just spam watering cans to it. I have like over 60 watering cans, so that should be plenty enough, I hope. And I'm almost out of cans, and I don't see a mutation yet. Yeah, this should just say normal pumpkin. I just wasted over 60 watering cans for a simple pumpkin. Yeah, this myth is definitely false. Apparently, you can get a speed boost from holding celestial berries. So let's just walk over to my celestial berry bushes. Now, I'm not sure if the weight of them matters or not, so I'm just gonna go grab this one because it looks like it's the biggest one. And it's about 11 kilograms. Now, I think you just hold on to it and lock your screen, and then you just jump. Alright, I'm pretty sure I'm moving slower and not faster. It doesn't appear to be working right now. Alright, maybe I need to go try a different size. I have a 13 kilogram one here, and it doesn't look to be working either. I'm just gonna go grab all my celestial berries and see if I have anything over 15 kilograms, as that might be big enough to work. Alright, I don't have anything bigger than 13 kilograms, and it didn't work, so I'm just gonna say that this one is false. It could be true if it was a bigger one, but unfortunately I'm poor and I don't have a bigger one. You can stack plants by clicking cancel while using the trowel. So I'm gonna grab my trowel here, and I'll try moving this coconut tree inside of the other one here. Now, I'm not able to click inside of the tree, but if I click cancel, it should place it in there. Canceled moving coconut. Yeah, it didn't seem to work. I'll try it one more time to see if it works. And yeah, it's not working. It's just going back to the original spot. So this myth is false. Apparently, you can still get a cherry blossom seed by joining an old server. So if I go to the server list and find servers that only have one person in them, it has a chance of being an old server. So let's join the one with the bald guy here. Now, it seems to be a full server, and yeah, it doesn't look to be an old server because there's the bee update here. But let's go to the shop and check if it's there. And we're gonna scroll to the bottom, and it doesn't seem to be here. I'll try joining another server because maybe I just got unlucky. And looks like it's still the new update. Now, I'll check the shop just in case, and yeah, there's no candy blossoms here. I don't think there will ever be a way to get candy blossoms again, unfortunately. But this myth is false. Apparently, if you don't feed your pets for 24 hours, they will die. Now, I'm not gonna lie, I don't think this one is true because I used to not feed my pets. Before you get mad at me though, I had no idea you had to feed them at first. Now, I gave my pet hedgehog a little bit of food, so now I'm just gonna wait for it to deplete for a day and see if it's dead. Okay, it's been about a day now, and all of my pets actually are starving, and they don't appear to be dead. They still show up on the side, and yeah, I can still see my hedgehog and mole still roaming around. So thankfully this myth is false, and if you're a bad parent and don't feed your pets, they won't die. The timer on sprinklers won't go down if you're AFK. So I'm going to grab a basic sprinkler and place it on the ground here, and okay, it's about 4 minutes and 50 seconds. So let's log out, and now I'm just gonna wait like about 15 minutes and come back and see if it went down at all. Okay, it's been about 15 minutes, so let's log back in and check the timer. Okay, it still seems to be here, and let's look at the time left, and yeah, it's like 4 minutes and 10 seconds left. So I guess that means this myth is true. It did go down in time, but only like 40 seconds after 15 minutes. So that makes this true in my book. Alright, now this next myth is pretty stupid, but if you plant a coconut seed and a dragon fruit seed next to each other with a sprinkler, it will combine the plant. So I have a coconut seed here and a dragon fruit seed, and I'm going to use a basic sprinkler and an advanced one, and lastly a godly sprinkler. Now just gonna plant them as close as I can. Okay, so we just have to wait for them to grow. It didn't say which sprinklers to use, which is why I used 3 different ones, but I'll come back when they're grown. Okay, it's been pretty long, so let's check the seed, and looks to be 2 different plants, and somehow my sprinklers are still there. Yeah, I know this myth sounded stupid, but it would have been pretty cool if it was true. Apparently, sprinklers don't only make fruit size bigger, but they also make the plant size bigger. Now, when I first started, I actually thought this one was true, so hopefully this makes me feel like a genius. I'm going to plant 2 cactus seeds, and I'll use one with an advanced sprinkler and a basic one. First, I'll plant the one without any sprinklers all the way in the back here, and now I'll just plant the other one with 2 sprinklers. Now we just wait for them to grow. Alright, they appear to be fully grown now, And here is the one that I used with 2 different sprinklers, and it looks pretty small. Now let's check the other one that didn't have any, and wow, this one is way bigger. It also has like 4 spots to grow a cactus, while the other one can only grow 1. So this myth isn't true, and I really did waste so many sprinklers thinking it would make my plant size bigger. If you change the graphics of your game, it would change the color of mutations of your plants. So this is what it looks like on max graphics. Now let's change it to the lowest graphics setting. And wow, this game looks bad looking. It's like 2008 Roblox out here. It doesn't seem like any of my plants have a different color, but let's go back to the max settings. And yeah, it's the same colors. The only difference is that there's like more foliage. So this is not true. If you use a watering can on an egg, it would give you the rarest pet. Alright, so I need to go buy an egg first. And it looks like I only have common eggs available, which won't work. But I just checked and it turns out I have a bee egg available, which will definitely work. Now, if this is true, I should get either the bear bee, a petal bee, or the queen bee. So let's go plant the egg and I'll grab my watering cans. And I have about 70 watering cans, so I'm just gonna use all of them here. Okay, that's all the watering cans I have. And unfortunately, I don't own any Robux, so I can't just auto hatch it now. Okay, it's been about 4 hours now, so let's go see what pet I got. Come on, be something good. And I got the honeybee. I can't remember if that was one of the rare ones or not. So let me go check if it was first. And no, it wasn't one of the rare ones. It's not the most common one you can get, but it's also not a rare one. So this myth is false.